This episode is proudly brought to you by Lacey and my Patreons.
I don't know if you guys can see this. It's walking through our camp. Amazing. But what an adventure in Moremi, hey?
Matamba bush camp in the Waterberg, our favorite place to overnight at the start of an epic adventure. And in this case, a base camp for our annual overlanding escape meetup. From Ryan, Chris and myself, all we can say is a huge thank you to everyone who joined us. Being able to share some amazing stories around the campfire with you legends is a privilege.
Right, good morning. We are on another trip, hey? And good news, it's summer in South Africa. So that means it's green, there's rain around, and we've had a magic 4-night stay at Matamba Bush Camp. Once again, thank you Mark, Alan and Sue for hosting us. It's absolutely amazing. We had an overlanding escape meetup. Thank you to all the subscribers that came along and the supporters. But like I said, we're on another trip as Overlanding Escape, and we are on our way to Blouberg Nature Reserve today. So we're clearly visiting quite a few places that we have before, but this time there's a twist. We're going to try and do most of the route. You can't do all of the route, but most of the route on dirt roads. Add a bit of spice, something a bit different, you know. And the inspiration for this is, one, to see new places, and two, exactly a year ago we were on the Limpopo trip, the Limpopo 2020 trip, and we took this dirt road on the way to Blouberg, and it was absolutely amazing, beautiful, stunning. Couldn't believe how amazing it was. So we're going to find more of those gems today. But just finishing off my morning coffee, and let's head to Blouberg.
Our first stretch of gravel after filling up on fuel is the R561, a road that's supposed to be surfaced, but the shocking potholes force you to constantly leave the tarmac. We don't see this as a negative, but instead as part of the adventure, and we take it nice and easy. For those of you who are going to give me stick in the comments about having 2 rooftop tents, the reason for that is I have no space to store the Skycamp Mini at the moment. Thus, it has to stay on the 200 series.
Yeah, so what it involves is regular stopping and checking of vehicles, trailers, etc. The corrugation is just the worst it's ever been, eh? So we take it nice and easy. There's no rush today. Blouberg is only going to be around 3 hours away, so we're just taking it easy. But wow, what a shocking road, eh? And you can actually say this for a lot of the roads in Limpopo around the All Days area. They're really bad, but it's part of the adventure. And yeah, happy days. Right, so the dirt has started. We've just turned onto the dirt. I just put the net on the Echo 5 to protect it from stone chips. And now I engage the center differential lock in the 200 as a safety feature, so it's a 50-50 split. And yeah, we start the gravel. Looking forward to doing most of the route on gravel. This road was beautiful the last time we did it, so probably will be again. Looks a bit greener here than at Matamba and than it was last year, so let's see what this road has in store.
This stretch of gravel is an extension of the R561, and it is spectacular, meandering alongside cliff faces and into valleys. What a privilege. A small section is a mixture of gravel and tar, and it's always a good feeling for the Coopers and revamped Echo to hit some proper dirt sections.
So one of the fantastic things about doing these dirt roads is the different sort of soils and terrain that you come across. We had a very smooth, sandy dirt road back there, the R561, and everyone's cheering for us as we drive past. How cool is that? Oh, that's pretty amazing. We ended up on this one now. This is the final one to Blouberg, and it's very, very hard packed, corrugated, full of rocks. So just that change of scenery happens all the time. 20 minutes, you're in a completely different place. So yeah, it's one of the fantastic things. And you guys won't be able to see it from that camera, but I'll show you now. Right over there is the Blouberg mountain range, and it always amazes me at how big the Blouberg mountain range is. This is magic. So the guys are ahead, and I just decided to stop and just look at how beautiful this Blouberg mountain range is, hey? It is massive, really, really big mountain range, hey? And the campsite is located just below the actual mountain range, which is fantastic, a brilliant campsite. We're not that far away, maybe 30 kilometers, but it's really good to just stop and enjoy the journey. There's no rush. Just check the vehicle, but also enjoy the views. Get a water or a Coke or a coffee or whatever out the back, and just have fun. That's what this is about, and we are having a lot of fun.
Situated in the low veld of northern Limpopo, Blouberg has a rich diversity of plant and animal life, as well as a prolific bird population. Blouberg has a good variety of animals, including buffalo and leopard. Blouberg's campsites are also spectacular. The ablutions have recently been redone, and we've chosen campsite number 4 once again, underneath a massive nyala tree. An evening around the campfire, listening to the scops and pearl-spotted owl. Magic.
Right, good morning. So we arrived at Blouberg last night, and I must say this has got to be one of the most underrated reserves in South Africa. It's just absolutely beautiful, eh? But it's morning, something's going on with the baboons there clearly, and yeah, we just relaxed. We were going to go for a drive, but then decided not to. Had a relaxing afternoon around a beautiful campsite number 4, under a massive nyala tree. And yeah, the light, this early morning light here is absolutely beautiful, but it is already scorching hot. So it's about 5:30 in the morning, and today we're actually going to go to the other side of Blouberg, where we've never been before. Hopefully try and find the vultures, and it's a little bit of a 4x4 track apparently, so that'll be good. But just great to be out in the bush again. Bird calls are amazing. The bird life here has been amazing, way better than usual. Hey, we've had the francolins through the camp and the hornbills, so just so peaceful here. The African bush, is no place like it. But
clearance 4x4 will make light work of Blouberg's tracks in the dry, and they are good fun. The camera just never shows how steep they really are. Blouberg has the largest breeding colony of Cape vultures in the world, more than 1,000 breeding pairs in fact. It was fantastic to traverse onto the other side of the mountain and finally find them. Right, so just a bit of an update. It was a scorcher today, hey, around the 41-42 degree mark. Absolutely crazy, haven't experienced this heat for a while. But what it does is gets those cumulonimbus clouds brewing. And whilst we had a nap, a huge thunderstorm is pulling in here at Blouberg. Hopefully it'll land and give everything a good wash, settle the dust, also bring some relief to this parched landscape. It completely changes the bush. If you have a big thunderstorm in this area, 2 weeks later the place is completely green and the animals are out, birds are out. Right now everything's so hot and dry that everything's hiding. But yeah, always amazing to see how these thunderstorms roll in after the heat. And now we're going to take a drive to Buffelspan. The hide, it's a sunken hide. Should be good. Our 2-night stay at Blouberg was definitely too short, and we didn't see as much wildlife as last time, but it was still an incredible stay. With the thunderstorms pulling in, we spent our final night at Blouberg, catching up with our good mate and park manager, Johan.
Right, good morning. So last night was really lekker to spend some time with Johan, the park manager here at Blouberg. They're doing an amazing job here. So he came round for a beer, and what a fantastic stay at Blouberg once again. This is only a 2-night stay this time. It's not as long as our normal trip, so we've got a lot of 2-nighters. And yeah, today we head to a new place. We've always wanted to go to the Soutpansberg, and today we're going into the Soutpansberg. We're going to stay at a place called Madikwe Nature Reserve, the campsite there. It looks amazing, haven't heard anything about it, so that's why we're going there. And not a long drive, around 2 hours. Stick to the gravel as much as we can, and should be a great day.
A short stint on the tarmac past Vivo leads us to a spectacular road into the majestic Soutpansberg. Our immediate impression of the Soutpansberg is that it is incredibly beautiful.
Right, so arrived here at the reception to check in. Man, this place is beautiful, eh? Right in the middle of the Soutpansberg. Amazing. I've stopped like 6 times on the way to the campsite just to get shots because it's so unbelievably beautiful here, and these mountains are massive. It's just, yeah, look at this.
Madikwe Nature Reserve is run by the Endangered Wildlife Trust and is strictly for 4x4 vehicles only. The campsite is located right in the middle of the mountain range and is more suited to hikers than overlanders, as there is no self-drive routes within the reserve. That being said, if you just want to sit back, unwind and enjoy the view, then this is the place to do it. There's no electricity at Madikwe, so all the flexo powers were out to keep the batteries topped up. Ryan cooked up some pizzas for yet another amazing evening around the fire.
So, time for the early morning coffee, and then I'm going to go and make the coffee and go to a beautiful spot to have the coffee. That's a nice thing here, you don't always have to spend in the campsite. Plenty of hiking trails, and check out this view. It's just one of the most fantastic feelings, listening to the early morning bird chorus with a nice cup of coffee in such a beautiful place, eh? We are only the 3rd group of people camping at this campsite in Madikwe. So, wow, so remote. Very windy night last night, but still peaceful. Always great to visit new places, eh? What a surprise. This is what overlanding is about. And it's summer now, the start of summer, so it's warm, but the summer birds are all calling. We heard the purple-crested lory, red-chested cuckoo, Class's cuckoo, black cuckoo, Diedrich cuckoo. All of them are here. It's just the bush transforms. And we don't often do camping in mountains like this, in a valley between the mountains, so really nice change, eh? Blouberg, we had the Blouberg range. Here we got the Soutpansberg. There's just so much to see here in South Africa. Wouldn't say this is a place to come for wildlife, but if you're a hiker and a person that wants to come and camp in the remote wilderness, the bit of 4x4ing in it, this is a really lekker place, eh? And I'm actually going to show you Madikwe, or this campsite, has got the best bathrooms in terms of view, or shower at least. The view from the shower is the best that I've ever had in a campsite, so I'll show you guys that later. I'm going to enjoy my coffee.
Madikwe has incredible gas-heated showers overlooking the Soutpansberg Valley. I try to convince Chris and Ryan to come on a hike with me up to the top of this mountain, but unfortunately they were not keen. So I'm gonna try. It's about 40 degrees. I'm gonna try and get to the top, try and do some exercise. I haven't exercised in ages, so yeah. 3 things I'm scared of here is 1, the heat, very hot, got water in the backpack. 2, black mambas, snakes. And 3, one of the 6 or 2 of the 6 resident leopards they've got here at Madikwe. All those could pose a problem, but hopefully if you see the end of this video, you see this part, I made it back down. But I think the view from the top is going to be spectacular. Always good to get a bit of exercise. I reckon maybe hour and a half to the top, hour and a half down, but we'll see. Magic. Campsites there. So I made it as far as I can possibly go. I had to bundu bash the last little piece because the path just sort of ended, but the view is amazing. Yo, stunning. I'm not going to spend too long up here. Let's just grab some water and head back down. But there's the gents over there, I think, somewhere there. Yeah. So how's that for campsite location, eh? Well, it was a bit too hectic to film that top piece coming down. I'd say you don't hike down this mountain, you slide. Very, very slippery. Sort of halfway down. And I'm not sponsored at all by Salomon's. You know the shoe brand? These guys. This is my first pair and they're 6 years old. I've got another pair, what, about 3 years old, and they are just the best. Brilliant for out in the bush. I think they're trail running shoes. I've done a bit of trail running in there, but even for hiking around the campsite, overlanding, they're just the best. They last forever. Tough as nails.
Did you guys see that Ed basically scaled this gomo? Let me show you this gomo. I didn't want to do it, nor did Chris. We're just out of practice, as Chris would say. But check this out. Ed climbed all the way up there and sat on that point over there. Now he gets an ice cold beer.
save you. Thank you, my man.
Let me get a bottle open.
We enjoy our final sunset at Madikwe. It truly is a magical setting. At night, a mammoth thunderstorm hits us and makes for a very wet morning as we prepare to head further north towards Pafuri. Our destination for the evening is Intcheni Bush and River Camp on the banks of the Mutale River. Unfortunately, there's no dirt road down the escarpment, so we follow the N1, but end up on a stunning gravel road that takes us to the border of the Kruger National Park and Intcheni, a campsite you really have to see to believe. Standard overlanding escape procedure. Get out of the car and spend an hour deciding who's going where in the campsite, but it looks beautiful. Wow, wow. Hey Chris,
Very nice. Don't say I don't take you places.
the campsite expert gives his thumb of approval. So we're chilling here at Intcheni for 2 nights, which normally means I'd bring a ground sheet out, but those things are an absolute mission normally. This time though, I got a Sea Gear ground sheet. Looking forward to using this. This is an amazing bit of kit. So I'm going to put it around the Echo with the new 270 awning. It's an L-shaped one and the sand just falls through it. It's unbelievable. So get the Sea Gear set up and then
It's just the awning and it's done.
Intcheni is special. There's so many different campsites to choose from. It really is a gem. In next week's episode, I'll show you around Intcheni and we head into the magical Kruger, where we stay at Punda Maria, Shipandani Hide, Tsenzi, Sable Hide, and finally Marula. Thank you for watching, and until the next adventure, cheers.